My faithful one, something extraordinary is about to happen. I hold the keys to every single door that matters in your life, and I have decided that this is your season of open doors. Not because you finally found the right key, not because you finally earned the right to walk through them, but because I love you, and I have prepared pathways for you that will lead to everything I have promised. And now, I am opening them. You have been standing in front of locked doors for so long that you started to believe that closed was their permanent state. You began to think that maybe those doors were never meant to open for you. Maybe they were designed to open for other people, for people who had more faith, more resources, more connections, more talent, more luck. You watched other people walk through doors that seemed to swing open effortlessly for them, while yours remained bolted shut. You knocked until your knuckles were raw. You waited until your hope grew thin. You prayed until your voice felt weak. And still the doors stayed closed. But what you did not see, what you could not possibly have known while you were standing there in front of those locked gates, was that I was working behind every single one of them. I was rearranging circumstances. I was repositioning people. I was removing obstacles that you did not even know existed. I was dismantling traps that the enemy had set up on the other side. Traps that would have destroyed you if you had walked through those doors when you wanted to walk through them. I was preparing the ground on the other side so that when you finally step through, you will walk into something far greater than what you were asking for. Let me paint you a picture of what is about to unfold in your life. Imagine standing in a vast hallway with countless doors lining both sides. For years, you have been walking down this corridor, trying every door handle, knocking on every surface, calling out to anyone who might be listening on the other side. And for years, every single door remained locked. You began to believe that maybe this hallway was your destiny, that you were meant to wander these corridors forever, always seeking, but never entering, always asking, but never receiving. But then something shifted in the heavenly realm. A conversation took place in the throne room of heaven about you. Your name was spoken. Your faithfulness was acknowledged. Your perseverance was noted. And I, the King of Kings, the one who holds all authority in heaven and on earth, issued a decree. I commanded my angels to go ahead of you and unlock every door that belongs to you. Not just crack them open slightly, not just make them accessible if you push hard enough, but to fling them wide open so that even from a distance, you can see the light streaming through from the other side. And now, as you continue walking down that same hallway, you are going to notice something extraordinary. Doors that were sealed shut yesterday are standing wide open today. Opportunities that were inaccessible last week are inviting you in this week. Paths that were blocked are suddenly clear. And the most amazing part is that you did not do anything different. You did not suddenly become more qualified. You did not finally figure out the secret formula. The only thing that changed was my timing. And my timing is always perfect. This is not about you earning your way into blessing. This is about me releasing what I have been holding in reserve for you until the exact right moment. I have been storing up blessings with your name on them. Opportunities that were designed specifically for you. Connections that were meant to intersect with your path at precisely this point in your journey. And now the warehouse of heaven is opening, and everything that has been set aside for you is being released. You are going to walk through doors in the coming days and weeks that you never even knew existed. You are going to receive opportunities that you did not apply for. You are going to make connections with people who seem to come out of nowhere but have actually been positioned by me to intersect with your life at this exact moment. You are going to experience favor that defies explanation, provision that makes no logical sense, breakthroughs that happen so quickly you barely have time to process them. And when people ask you how it happened, how you went from closed doors to wide open pathways so suddenly, you are going to struggle to explain it. Because there is no natural explanation. This is supernatural. This is divine intervention. This is me moving my hand across your life and rearranging circumstances, repositioning people, redirecting resources, all to bring you into alignment with my perfect plan for you. There is a sacred principle I want you to understand about the doors I am opening. When I open a door, I am not simply giving you access to a new room. I am inviting you into a deeper relationship with me. Every threshold you cross is an opportunity to trust me more fully, to depend on me more completely, to discover dimensions of my character that you could never know while standing still in familiar places. The Israelites learned this truth when they stood at the edge of the Jordan River. The promised land was right there in front of them, but there was a raging river between where they were and where I was taking them. And I did not part the waters before they stepped forward. I waited until the priests carrying the ark put their feet in the water. The moment their feet touched the flood, the waters stood still. The path opened as they walked, not before they walked. This is how faith works. This is how doors operate in my kingdom. I often wait for you to take the first step before I reveal the full path. I wait for you to put your foot forward in trust before I show you what I have prepared on the other side. Not because I am testing you to see if you are worthy, but because faith that does not require stepping into the unknown is not really faith at all. And the kind of breakthrough I am releasing over your life requires the kind of faith that moves before it sees. Do not let doubt talk you out of what I am speaking into your life right now. Do not let past disappointments convince you that this time will be the same as all the other times. This is not the same. This is different. This is me moving my hand in a way I have not moved it before in your life. This is me opening doors I have kept closed until now because now is the right time. This is me clearing paths I have kept blocked until now because now you are ready for what is on those paths. You have been prepared through everything you have been through. The waiting was not wasted. The closed doors taught you patience. The blocked paths taught you to trust me instead of your own understanding. The delays taught you that my timing is perfect even when it does not make sense to you. The disappointments taught you that your hope needs to be in me, not in circumstances or people or opportunities. You have been in training, and now it is time to step into what you have been trained for. The new paths in front of you are going to require everything you learned while you were waiting. The patience you developed, the faith you built, the character you forged in the fire of difficulty, the wisdom you gained through hardship, the humility you learned through dependence on me. You are not the same person who first started knocking on those closed doors. You have been transformed through the process, and the person you have become is exactly the person who is ready for what I am about to release. So, step forward with confidence. Not confidence in yourself, but confidence in me. Not confidence that you will do everything perfectly, but confidence that I will guide you, correct you, protect you, and provide for you every step of the way. Not confidence that the path will be easy, but confidence that I will be with you on the path, and that is all you need. I am making your path straight. Not because it was always meant to be straight, but because I am removing the obstacles that made it crooked. I am taking out the things that were causing you to stumble. I am smoothing out the rough places. I am lifting up the valleys and bringing down the mountains. I am preparing the way before you so that your journey into this new season is smoother than your journey through the last season. This does not mean there will be no challenges. This does not mean everything will be effortless. But it does mean that you will not be fighting alone. It does mean that the battles you face will be battles I have already won. It does mean that the obstacles in front of you are obstacles I have already figured out how to remove. It does mean that you are not walking into this new season in your own strength, but in mine. The new paths are not just about new opportunities. They are about new levels of intimacy with me, new depths of relationship, new understanding of who I am and who you are in me. The doors I'm opening are not just doors to worldly success or material blessing, though some of them are. Some of the doors I'm opening are doors to deeper communion with me, greater revelation of my character, fuller experience of my presence. Do not despise the doors that lead to spiritual breakthrough, even if they do not look as exciting as the doors that lead to financial breakthrough or relational breakthrough. The most important doors are the ones that bring you closer to me, because when you are close to me, everything else falls into place. When you are walking in intimacy with me, I can trust you with blessings that would destroy you if you received them while you were distant from me. Some of the doors I kept closed were not closed because you did not deserve what was behind them. They were closed because I knew that if you walked through them while you were far from me, the blessings on the other side would become idols. They would replace me in your heart. They would distract you from your purpose. They would pull you away from the path I have for you. So I kept them closed until I could bring you close enough to me that I could trust you with them. Now you are in a place where I can open those doors. Now you have learned to seek me first. Now you have learned that your satisfaction comes from me, not from what I give you. Now you have learned that I am the source, and everything else is just a resource. Now I can release blessings into your life without the fear that they will take my place in your heart. This is why the timing is now. Not just because the circumstances are right, but because you are right. Your heart is in the right place. Your priorities are aligned. Your focus is where it needs to be. You have been refined through the waiting, and now you are ready not just to receive the blessings, but to steward them well, to use them for my purposes, to let them make you a blessing to others instead of hoarding them for yourself. The doors are opening. The paths are clearing. The new season is here. Your new chapter begins now. New opportunities are presenting themselves. The right people are coming into your life. The favor you need is being released. The breakthrough you have been praying for is manifesting. Everything I promised is coming to pass. Believe it. Receive it. Walk in it. Step through the doors with gratitude and expectation. Walk the new paths with faith and obedience. Embrace the new season with joy and surrender. This is what you have been waiting for. This is what I have been preparing. This is the moment when everything begins to shift from what has been to what will be. And what will be is better than anything you have imagined. What will be is aligned with my perfect plan for you. What will be is a manifestation of my love, my faithfulness, my power, and my goodness in your life. What will be is worth everything you went through to get here. Every tear, every prayer, every moment of waiting, every closed door, every blocked path. It was all leading you to this moment, this opening, this new beginning. So lift up your head, strengthen your hands, steady your heart. The doors are opening. New paths are appearing. Your season of walking through what I have prepared is here, and I am with you every single step of the way. I want you to understand something about the paths I am opening. They are not just random opportunities. They are strategic. They are connected to your purpose. They are aligned with your calling. Every door I open leads somewhere specific, somewhere that will develop you, challenge you, grow you, and ultimately position you to fulfill the assignment I gave you before you were born. Some of these paths are going to be comfortable. They are going to feel natural, like putting on a glove that fits perfectly. You are going to walk through certain doors and immediately think, this is where I belong, this is what I was made for. Those doors are going to connect you to your gifts, your talents, your passions. They are going to bring you into environments where you can flourish, where your strengths are recognized and celebrated, where you finally feel like you have found your place. But other paths are going to be uncomfortable. They are going to stretch you. They are going to require you to step outside of everything familiar and safe. You are going to walk through certain doors and immediately feel out of your depth, overwhelmed, maybe even terrified. And in those moments, I need you to remember that I do not open doors just to watch you fail. I open doors because I see potential in you that you cannot see in yourself yet. I open doors that will stretch you because I know that you have outgrown your current capacity and you need to be challenged in order to expand into the fullness of who I created you to be. Do not run from the uncomfortable doors. Do not assume that just because something feels difficult, it must not be from me. Some of the greatest blessings of your life are going to come through doors that terrify you. Some of your most significant growth is going to happen in rooms that make you feel small and inadequate at first. Trust me enough to walk through those doors even when everything in you wants to retreat back to what is familiar. I am also opening doors that will restore what was stolen from you. There are things you lost that you thought were gone forever. Dreams that died, relationships that ended, opportunities that slipped through your fingers, resources that were taken from you. And you have been grieving those losses, mourning what could have been, trying to accept that some chapters of your life are closed and will never be reopened. But I am a God of restoration. I do not just give you new things. I also restore old things, but in a better form. I am reopening doors that lead to restored relationships. But these relationships will be healthier than they were before, because both you and the other person have grown. I am reopening doors that lead to restored opportunities, but these opportunities will be bigger than they were before, because you are more prepared now than you were then. I am reopening doors that lead to restored dreams, but these dreams will be more refined than they were before, because they have been through the fire and come out as gold. Do not limit me to only new things. I can resurrect dead things. I can breathe life back into what you buried. I can take what the enemy stole and return it to you multiplied. Nothing is beyond my ability to restore. No loss is too great for me to redeem. No dream is too dead for me to resurrect. Trust me with your losses. Bring me your grief. Let me tell you what would have happened if I had opened some of those doors you were begging for. That relationship you thought was the one? It would have drained you emotionally, taken advantage of your kindness, and left you broken and questioning your worth. I closed that door before you could walk into years of pain. That job opportunity that seemed perfect? The company was going to downsize 6 weeks after you started, leaving you without income and without the severance package you would have needed. I closed that door to protect your provision. That business partnership that looked so promising? Your potential partner was hiding debt and dishonesty that would have destroyed your reputation and your finances. I closed that door to protect your future. You could not see any of that from your perspective. All you could see was a closed door, and you thought I was withholding blessing from you. But I was actually withholding disaster. I was saving you from pain that would have taken you years to recover from. I was protecting your future by saying no to things that looked good in the moment, but would have destroyed you in the long run. So let me close what I close without you fighting me about it. Let me redirect you without you dragging your feet and looking back over your shoulder at what I am taking you away from. Trust that if I am closing a door, it is because I have a better one to open. If I am blocking a path, it is because I have a clearer one to show you. If I am removing something from your life, it is because I am making room for something that fits my purpose for you better than what you are clinging to. Your new chapter is starting. Not next year. Not when you finally get everything figured out. Not when you finally become the person you think you need to be. Now. Right now. In this moment. As you are reading these words. As you are hearing my voice speak directly to your heart. Your new chapter is beginning. The new season of opportunities is here. Not coming. Here. I know you have heard that before. I know you have gotten your hopes up in the past about new seasons that did not seem to materialize the way you thought they would. I know you are tired of hearing about breakthrough that you have not seen yet. But this time is different. Not because of anything you did. Not because you finally prayed the right prayer or had enough faith or stopped making mistakes. This time is different because I have decided it is time. And when I decide it is time, nothing can delay it. The enemy tried to delay it. He tried to hold you back. He tried to keep those doors locked and those paths blocked. He threw everything he had at you to make you give up before you reached this moment. He sent discouragement. He sent delays. He sent people to tell you it was never going to happen. He sent circumstances to make it look like you were moving backward instead of forward. He sent fear and doubt and anxiety to convince you that you had heard me wrong, that there was no new chapter coming, that you were stuck in this place forever. But he failed. You are still here. You are still standing. You are still believing. Even if your belief feels weak and shaky, you are still hoping. Even if your hope feels small and fragile, you are still moving forward. Even if your steps feel slow and uncertain, you did not give up. And because you did not give up, because you held on long enough to get to this moment, you are about to see me do things in your life that will silence every voice that said it was not possible. Get ready. I mean that. Literally prepare yourself. Prepare your mind for opportunities you have been told you are not qualified for. Prepare your heart for relationships that are healthier than anything you have experienced before. Prepare your schedule for open doors that are going to require you to move quickly. Prepare your faith for answered prayers that are bigger than what you asked for. Prepare yourself, because what is coming is going to be better than what you lost. I know what you lost. I know what you had to let go of. I know what was taken from you, what was stolen, what was destroyed, what walked away, what fell apart. I know what you buried. I know what you grieved. I know the dreams that died. I know the plans that crumbled. I know the people who left. I know the opportunities that vanished. I know exactly what you lost, and I am telling you right now that what I am bringing into your life is going to be better, not just different, better, more aligned with who you really are, more connected to what I created you to do, more capable of bringing you the kind of joy and peace and fulfillment that you were created to experience. The relationships you lost were not the best relationships for you, even if they felt important at the time. The opportunities that disappeared were not the best opportunities for you, even if they looked perfect from your perspective. The doors that stayed closed were not the best doors for you, even if you were convinced they were. I know better. I see further. I know you better than you know yourself. I know what will make you come alive and what will slowly drain the life out of you. I know what will connect you to your purpose and what will distract you from it. I know what will build you up and what will tear you down. And I have been carefully, meticulously, lovingly arranging your path to lead you toward the things that are truly good for you and away from the things that would harm you, even when you could not see the difference. So when I tell you that what is coming is better than what you lost, I am not just trying to make you feel better about the past. I am giving you a promise based on my perfect knowledge of who you are and what you need and where you are going. I am better than what you lost. And everything I am bringing into your life in this new season is going to reflect that truth. Have faith. I know your faith feels tired. I know you have been holding on to hope for so long that your grip feels weak. I know you have been trying to believe me for breakthrough that you have not seen yet, and the weight of that waiting has been crushing. But do not let go now. Not when you are this close. Not when the doors are already starting to move. Not when the paths are already clearing. Not when the new season is already here. Your faith does not have to be strong. It just has to be present. Even if it is just a tiny seed of belief, smaller than a mustard seed, barely there at all. Even if all you can manage is a whisper of hope, a faint flicker of trust. That is enough. I can work with that. I can take your weak faith and combine it with my strong faithfulness and produce results that will astound you. You do not have to muster up some massive surge of confidence. You do not have to pretend you are more certain than you really are. You do not have to fake it till you make it. Just bring me whatever faith you actually have, however small and fragile it might be, and let me do the rest. Let me be strong where you are weak. Let me be certain where you are doubting. Let me carry the weight of making this happen while you simply agree to walk through the doors I open. I make all things new. Not some things, not a few things, all things. I take what is broken and I restore it. I take what is dead and I resurrect it. I take what is empty and I fill it. I take what is stuck and I move it. I take what is closed and I open it. I take what is old and worn out and exhausted, and I breathe new life into it. This is who I am. This is what I do, and I am doing it in your life right now. The newness I am bringing is not superficial. It is not just a fresh coat of paint on the same old structure. It is not just a temporary boost that will fade after a few weeks. This is deep, structural, foundational newness. This is me rebuilding parts of your life from the ground up. This is me replacing old patterns with new ones, old connections with new ones, old opportunities with new ones, old ways of thinking with new ones, old limitations with new possibilities. You are entering a season where things that used to be hard for you are going to become easy. Doors that used to be locked are going to swing open. People who used to ignore you are going to seek you out. Opportunities that used to pass you by are going to land in your lap. Favor that you used to have to fight for is going to flow to you naturally. This is not arrogance. This is not presumption. This is me telling you what I am about to do, so that when it starts happening, you will recognize my hand in it and give me the glory. There is another story in my word about a man named Joseph who spent years in prison for a crime he did not commit. He was forgotten by the people who promised to remember him. He was stuck in a dungeon with no apparent way out. Every door was locked. Every path was blocked. His situation looked permanent, hopeless, unchangeable. But then, in one single day, everything shifted. The king had a dream. The king needed someone to interpret it. Someone remembered Joseph. Joseph was brought out of the prison, cleaned up, and brought before the king. And before the sun set on that day, Joseph went from prisoner to prime minister, from the dungeon to the palace, from forgotten to famous, from powerless to powerful. Everything changed in one day because I decided it was time for his season to shift. That is the kind of shift I am orchestrating in your life. Not a slow, gradual improvement over many years. A sudden, dramatic, undeniable shift that happens so fast it takes your breath away. One moment you are stuck. The next moment you are free. One moment the doors are locked. The next moment they are wide open. One moment you are forgotten. The next moment you are remembered, called for, promoted, elevated. I am not asking you to wait years for this. I am not asking you to be patient for another decade. The shift is happening now. The doors are opening now. The paths are clearing now. The new season is starting now. You do not have to see the full picture to start walking. You do not have to understand every detail of my plan to take the first step. You just have to be willing to move when I say move, to walk when I say walk, to step through the doors when I swing them open. Some of you have been paralyzed by fear of making the wrong choice. You are so afraid of walking through the wrong door that you are not walking through any doors at all. You are standing frozen in the hallway, staring at multiple options, terrified that if you choose wrong, you will ruin everything. But I am telling you right now, if you are listening to my voice, if you are seeking my guidance, if you are willing to be led by my spirit, you are not going to accidentally walk through the wrong door. I am not trying to trick you. I am not playing games with you where I open multiple doors and only one of them is correct, and if you pick wrong, you lose. I am your Father. I love you. I want you to succeed. I want you to walk into the fullness of everything I have for you. So I am going to make it clear. I am going to give you peace about the right doors. I am going to give you wisdom to discern which paths are from me. I am going to guide you with my eye upon you. Trust me enough to move. Trust me enough to take the step. Trust me enough to walk through the door, even if you do not have all the answers about what is on the other side. I am with you. I go before you. I am already on the other side of that door, preparing the way, arranging the circumstances, setting up the connections you are going to need. You are not walking into the unknown. You are walking into something I have already prepared. One more thing before you go. I want you to understand that these new paths are not random coincidences or lucky breaks. They are the result of my intentional, deliberate, loving intervention in your life. I have been working behind the scenes, orchestrating circumstances, positioning people, removing obstacles, preparing the way, and now everything is coming together at exactly the right moment. When you walk through these doors, when you step onto these paths, remember that you are walking in my purpose, following my plan, fulfilling my design for your life. You are not wandering aimlessly. You are not stumbling into blessings by accident. You are walking in divine alignment, and that makes all the difference. So walk boldly, walk confidently, walk expectantly. Walk knowing that the God of the universe has opened these doors specifically for you, has cleared these paths intentionally for you, has released these opportunities purposefully for you. And walk knowing that I am with you, guiding you, protecting you, providing for you, every single step of the way. Amen. If this message touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear these words today. Type Amen in the comments to receive this blessing. And write which specific door you are believing God to open in your life right now. Your declaration of faith activates the power of agreement with what God is already doing in the spiritual realm. New paths are opening for you. The doors that have been closed are swinging wide. Step through them with confidence, knowing that the God who holds all the keys is walking with you into everything He has prepared.